Hi, I'm Chetna Makan and very excited to be back here on the Waitrose channel. Today I am making a delicious chicken kofta curry. Now this is one curry which my mum makes a lot, but I haven't been able to make it too much because it's really hard to find chicken mince. But now that Waitrose is selling chicken mince, it's much easier and I can make this more often. So this is a delicious curry which is going to form a beautiful base for our chicken koftas. And the first thing is to prep the onions. I have got here just white onions. You could use red if that's what you have at home. And I'm just going to chop it roughly. The link and full recipe is in the description below. This is the kind of curry which is great for any weather because it's not so heavy. So it's great in the winters or the summers. It's good all year round. And next I'm going to prep some garlic. I'm using a couple of cloves and just roughly chop it. And a little piece of ginger. With ginger, just to avoid waste, use a spoon because that way you're literally just peeling off the skin. And then roughly chop this as well. And a nice chilli. Now if you buy a whole pack and you're only using one, you can freeze the rest, and then whenever you need a chilli you can just take out the frozen one, grate it, or use it straight from frozen. No waste. And now for the tomatoes, again roughly chop these as well. And the reason to just roughly chop everything is because we are going to blend this once cooked. That's the veg prepped. Now all these peels can go into the compost bin and I can start cooking this. A nice hot pan to start with, and I'm using rapeseed oil, but you can use sunflower oil. You could even add a bit of ghee if you want, and then go in the onions. All I'm looking to do is kind of soften it up, get a little bit of color on these. So 5 to 6 minutes. So these have softened up really nicely and they've got a little bit of color. Smells so good. Now I'm going to add the ginger, garlic and the chilies and then give it a couple of minutes to cook. I love cooking such dishes because it's like a big pot of food and then we can sit down and eat it together, share, whether it's just us four or whether we have friends over. I love this kind of wholesome cooking. And now time for the tomatoes. All of them go in. Also, just for extra flavor, I'm going to add some tomato puree as well. This just deepens the color and also the tomato flavor. So it's quite nice. And now I'm going to reduce the heat and cook this on low heat for a good 10 minutes until we get a softened mixture, a lovely base. That is looking lovely. Everything has softened up nicely and now I can turn the heat off and then blitz this mixture to a smooth puree. Using the same pan, I'm going to add a bit of butter and just to stop it from burning, I'm going to add a little bit of oil. And now this is just soaking up all the flavor in the pan, which is why you shouldn't wash it yet, just yet. Look, it's just soaked up everything that was in the pan. And then goes in the cardamom pods. That will add a lovely aroma to the curry and a little bit of cinnamon. And then goes in the puree. So I'm just going to add some water to this so I don't waste anything, and always best to use boiling water. And now I'm going to cover and cook this on low heat for 15-20 minutes. And you might ask, why do we need to cook it more? Because we've already cooked it. That is because it's just going to intensify the flavor, and you can thank me later. And in the time the curry is cooking, I'm going to prepare the koftas. And for the koftas, I am using chicken mince, which is made with thighs, drumstick, breast, which means it's going to be full of flavor. You can also use turkey mince if you like. And now I'm going to add some more depth to this, a bit of heat, a bit of spice, starting with an onion, just thinly sliced, and a bit of garlic, and a bit of ginger, finely chopped it. So now everything goes into the mince, and now for some spices. So I've got a bit of chili powder, a little bit of turmeric, and some garam masala. And if you're going to buy these spices for this recipe, you can use it for so many other curries, and you can find a lot of those recipes on the channel. And of course some salt. And we need a little bit of help to bind this, and for that I am using some breadcrumbs, and also going to throw in an egg and just combine it all up. Just going to break this egg, and the best way to do that is by hand. I'm just going to add a tablespoon more of the breadcrumbs because it feels a bit too wet. And I usually use the leftover stale bread to make breadcrumbs, which is really good way to use up any of the old bread you might have at home. And I'm just going to shape them into lime-sized balls. So it is going to be sticky, but don't worry because it's going to hold its shape once we cook it in the curry. And for many of you, you might think of koftas as more a kebab style, but we call these little balls koftas in India as well. I'm just going to quickly wash my hands, and that is 22 koftas here. You might just get 18 or you might get 24 depending on the size of your koftas. Oh, look at that. Can you see the change in color? It's deepened up a little bit. Oh, perfect pool for the koftas to swim in. Now we add the spices. A bit of garam masala, a bit of chili powder, a little bit of turmeric, a bit of salt, some sugar, which is kind of quite important because there's so much tomato in there, there is heat, and that is just going to balance it out. And then some double cream. And you can use this leftover double cream for a lot of things. Just make some pancakes for the double cream especially. Now this is a beautiful sauce. I'm also going to add a splash of water. Obviously we are cooking koftas in here today, but you can, if you want to make it completely vegetarian, then you can add some potatoes, you can add some paneer, or you can make some vegetarian koftas with potato and paneer. Now that we've got this lovely sauce, I'm going to start adding the koftas. And if you guys make this at home, don't forget to share the pictures with us because it always is so nice to see you guys cooking this and enjoying it. If you make the kofta slightly bigger, remember to increase the cooking time because you want to cook it through and through. Just the perfect amount. Any more and this will spill over. I can just about squeeze this last one in, and just a quick hand wash. And all I have to do is put the lid back on and cook this for 10 minutes on low to medium heat. So 10 minutes in, nicely bubbling away. Oh my god, it smells so good. So what I need to do is turn them over so they cook evenly on both sides, and then cook it for another 10 minutes. Time for a cup of tea now. And while I'm having my tea, just a little tip, just throw in a green cardamom in your tea, whether it's black with milk. You're going to buy some for the curry anyways. Just throw one in and it changes the flavor of the tea and takes it to the next level. Wow. Oh my god, the smell is so good. I'm just going to check with one kofta if it's cooked. I know it's cooked, but it's best to check. Oh yes, it's cooked through. And yes, always need a little bit of coriander. And don't waste the stock. They have got so much flavor. And there it is, my delicious chicken kofta curry. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you get a notification every time we share a new recipe. Bye for now.